Gonna weigh these rims here. They're Forged, probably one of the lightest for 15 inch, and they don't make them anymore. These are Speed Stars, one of the easier name to call by Professor Type C. Let me weigh it for you. So 26.4 pounds. That lead weight to balance the rim, and it's clearing by like or half a centimeter. Some blue tape on there every time I take them off because they're still new, and you know, once they're old I probably won't bother anymore, but you know, while I can. So yeah, these are the stock MR2, and you know, they're OEM, so they're aluminum alloy. They have to be thicker just to be stronger, and you know, with forged rims of the Volks, you know, they could play with their design a little more because the metal is stronger and lighter. So they can make something, you know, more fancy and with more space inside, even though they're both 15 inch. And this is a 15 by 6. We have 10 ounce here. These are the lug nuts, Acorn style, that I can able to run with these racing rims, and with my Toyota ones I have to run stock lug nuts. Toyota lug nuts are super heavy. The Dora lug nut, I'm not sure if it's a magnesium, but I got this from China, Ipman or something, EP. You know, for the material, cheap, 30 bucks, and they're legit forged lug nuts. CE28s and the Willowwood Dynalite kit is a Honda Civic. But right here I can, and right here there's enough space to clear it still. So you can see in that gap how much it is. So it clears good. You don't hear any tinking. No spacers at all. So my advice is when you're trying to fit bigger brakes into a rim and you're trying to get the smallest rim for performance reasons, what does affect the fitment the most would be spoke design. So as you know earlier, the SSR 15s, they did not fit, and these are 15 by 7. They are the same offset. So the offset is 38, and we're just missing an inch off of the other SSR Speedstars, but they are a different brand and they are a different spoke design. The width of the rim, it's gonna dictate the spoke design, how much it curves, and that is true with the SSRs. The 15 does look very different from the bigger size, and that is because the spokes, they have to accommodate more weight, and they're gonna design the spokes more different. And so the width does affect the spoke design. My issue was the caliper protruding. People I know, they would say the ET affects it the most, and I find that is not the case when I did my research online. The ET just affects how far your rim comes out, sticks out, or goes back in. It's the difference between the midline, the middle of the rim, and the relationship to the hub, which is right here. So a negative camber, the hub is going to be closer to the midline. So this is the hub, is where the back of the rim mounts onto the hub. The back of the rim mounts into the hub is where your mounting surface is, and then the midline is the halfway mark of the rim, and a negative ET, it will just come out, the rim lip will come out more because the space between, the relationship between the two it's getting more narrow, and then a positive where the backspace is going to touch more of the suspension. Different manufacturers, so different spokes design. And math to do on this, because so Volks is not gonna tell you how much inches they have between their spokes and then the hub face, and Wilwood is not gonna tell you how far the calipers is sticking from the hub. You to use the printout, which is exactly what I did, and I did a video on that, and that printout is BS. I even emailed them. It just prints me out like something that's not even the same size as their product, and they just BS me. That I know has these brake kits, and he had like Inky reps. But what I asked him is if the Inky's rep fit the Wilwood kit without a spacer, and he went ahead and just said, yeah, they do. You know, that they fit without spacers. But in his for sale post, he definitely. I also didn't just rely on his account. I went to many forums. Some forums, they didn't know what kit they own. There's one that's direct bolt-on design for stock rims, which is a one-piece design, and then there's like a two-piece rotor design. And the other dude was able to name his kit, and he said these fit. So I gambled on these, and then I just ordered these.